So yesterday I had a conversation with my boss, and I just want to clarify something real quick. I do really like my boss. He's done. I know. Listen. I know without him, I probably would be unemployed. I mean, not unemployed for long, but he's gone to bat for me. I know he has. And this company, this company ain't seen nothing like me. They're used to like people quitting, or them making people quit. And they just are probably like, why is this guy still here? This is my second summer here. I would have never thought I would have made it through the first summer. Just the petty stuff that I put up with. But my boss tells me, yeah, I just want to let you know, I went ahead and, I talked to them and I got you an extra $1 an hour, which that's kind of like telling a person that was in combat that rescued somebody or whatever, got injured, that, yeah, I went ahead and got you your Purple Heart. So, no, you don't have to thank me, but, don't worry about it. I was kind of like, and this company doesn't give anybody a raise. I'll just tell you, they're very cheap, and there's nothing more that I hate than people that are cheap. I just, and, it's not the raise so much as it's like, they sent me a plaque about how great I've been doing in the past 6 months with my, number of compliments I get. Well, don't tell me stuff. You know what I mean? Show me. You know what I mean? I'm not asking for a lot. You know what I mean? But I kind of feel like you need to up my pay $2 or $3. You know what I mean? To be like, for my skill set, just to even be on an even playing field and the amount of work I've done. I'm not going to get into all that, but it's like, there's people that have worked here and have done so much work, and have gone above and beyond for a title. Like, you can give some people the title of assistant regional manager or assistant to the regional manager, and they'll do more work just because they can say that they're something. I don't need any of that shit. You know what I mean? I don't care. I don't want to be the boss. I'm not interested in it at all. I don't want to be the boss. I want as less stress as possible and more time for me, and to work, not as much. You know what I mean? Especially in this heat. This fucking weather's brutal down here. This shit will beat your ass, okay? Like, it's so brutal down here, you'll get out of your car and you'll forget what the fuck you even got out of your car for. It will kill you, the weather down here, especially the summertime. But it's just like, there's people that work here, and it's like, they've worked here for a couple of years and they never even asked for a raise. And I'm like, well, either you're afraid to ask, which is crazy. You're above average worker, both of them, or you don't know what you're worth. And I think it's a combination of both things. Like, I just see the type of people that come through the door at every place I've worked here in Florida. People don't want to work down here. I'll just tell you that right now. People don't want to work down here. It don't matter where they're from. They just don't want to work. You know what I mean? And just showing up to work makes you look like the employee of the month. Like, my boss says all the time, if you don't bother him, he shows up to work and he'll do his job way above what anybody else does, and, they don't tell me all the customers that call in, but yesterday and, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, and yesterday I've had two customers go, what do I have to do to keep you on my property? I just want you. What do I have to do to make you the guy? I go, well, you got to call the company. And they're like, okay, done. And they start dialing them. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't call them in front of me. They're going to think you're nuts or something. You know what I mean? Asking for me. And they go, well, you're the only guy that has the like da-da-da-da-da, which comes with 20 years of doing what I do. I've put the time into this job. It's not a job for me. It's a career. And people might think that sounds weird saying, I don't ever call myself a pest control operator or pest control technician or anything weird like that. I'm an exterminator. I've been doing this shit since the late 90s. You know what I mean? Like, when it was called extermination. You know what I mean? So, like, I just, I've seen so many things, and I love when other people get intimidated by, like when I first started doing Africanized bee removal, I was scared shitless of just doing regular honeybees. I hate bees. I hate wasps. I hate all them fucking flying creatures of the devil. I remember the first time I put a bee suit on, we went in a guy's backyard in North Las Vegas in an abandoned car. The guy, I could just see there was bees all over this abandoned car. And the guy, we suited up, blah, 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 walked up to it, and I felt like I was skydiving. I was so afraid that I could, they're buzzing all around you, you know, landing on your face, and not Africanized bees, but the regular ones. And this was back when you could kill honeybees. Imagine that. I thought that was stupid then, you know. And, you know, I wasn't afraid to crawl under houses when I was 18, when I first moved to Florida, because I wanted to stay here in Florida, you know. Florida's the only place that I ever missed living at, you know what I mean? And you know, I used to have to crawl under houses. There'd be snakes, there'd be rats, huge roaches, huge spiders, everything you could think of while you're crawling on your belly, you know what I mean, in a vulnerable position. It's freezing under the house. It's hot when you get, I mean, just the stuff that I've been through from, I mean, like everything, like, I mean, I can't even get into it, you know, from bed bug jobs to whatever. I've put my time in, you know, I'm an expert at this. I'm not saying that to sound conceited. I've ran 2 businesses. I've managed a business. I've, you know, been a trainer at a business. I've done everything, you know what I mean? I remember one time at Orkin, I did like, man, I had to have both my hands operated on. I destroyed both my hands drilling into the concrete. Had to have 2 operations 4 months apart. And I had the biggest production for termites. Each termite job is anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000. You might do 1 to 4 a week times 4 times 4. That's 8. 8 times 3. 24,000. Man, I had like months where I did $40,000 worth of work alone, and the company offered me, Orkin offered me a 12-cent raise. And I told my manager, I thought they were joking with me. I said, what do they really want to give me? And he goes, well, they can give you 12 cents. And I said, Bill, come on, no one's calling somebody in their office for 12 cents. You would just put that on my paycheck. He goes, no, that's what we're willing to. I go, if that's what you're willing to offer me, you can go to the head of Orkin, okay, Glenn Rollins or whoever the asshole is, and you can tell him to fucking keep it, because he needs it more than I do, okay? And he was like, well, you know, I mean, it's a start. I go, it's a start? Get the fuck out of here today, you know? And I'm just telling you, like, this company, you know, like, there's perks to working here, you know, but we don't have, you know, they just don't have, you know, they don't have the passion. Like the assistant owner, the co-owner of the company texted me, said she wanted to talk to me, and I just said, I don't want to talk to you. You're not respectful to your employees. You don't know nothing about your employees. You're not. I remember the first thing that pissed me off about her was she was supposed to come down to Tampa because our branch is the only one that, you know, listen, we're the only one that does anything. You know, and she bought us donuts. I don't think she did. I think my boss did. So she called on the phone to talk to us, like she was like, you know, Michelle Obama or something. And she said, hey, I just want to thank you guys, blah, 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 you know. And it's like, okay. And I said, well, just buy us donuts once a month. You know what I mean? $6. She goes, well, I don't know if I can afford to do that. And I just said, I got to walk away from this conversation. And everybody was surprised that I would even, I know what I'm worth. You know what I mean? Like, I know when something's a joke and when something isn't. I know when people are improperly trained, or, you know, like second day on a job, they send a guy to do a bedbug job. That ain't shit you send somebody to do. Even if they've been here 2 years, they need to know how to do it. They don't even do them right. You know, and I'm not saying it to be mean. I don't ever want to feel like in my profession that I'm doing something to the best of my ability and I'm closed off to learning anything else because I'm the best. I ask questions I had a kid that's been here 2 years go, well, make sure you remember, I know you've been doing this a long time, when you pull out the refrigerator, make sure you rip the cardboard off where all the roaches hide. And I said, what? I go, holy fuck, dude, I completely forgot about that. Like, I've been doing this so long, there's shit I forgot. I said, listen, I appreciate you telling me that, because there's a piece of cardboard near the engine where the roaches hide, and you just move that cardboard out of the way and give them a quick zip zap, and, you know, it is what it is. But if I was like, whatever, kid, you have nothing. I have no problem. I love talking to other exterminators or pest control technicians, if you will, you know, about stuff. And I had a lady tell me, a salesperson at one of my pest control companies, catching rats. She goes, you got to use Slim Jims. And I said, really? She goes, yeah, what are you using? I said, man, I use, what was I using? Peanut butter. I was using, I forget what else I had. Something else that I used. I can't even think of it right now. Nothing that was groundbreaking. And, man, I started catching rats like crazy in traps. You know what I mean? And I thought that they were just, you know, I thought I knew it, you know? So I don't ever, you know, it's like with the guitar or anything else, and just life in general, I'm open. It's like when I get up in the morning, I was telling my friend at the gym, he goes, he said, I follow a 4-day program. I go, I don't follow any program. I just go, I get up in the morning. I don't know what God's going to have come into my life. I don't know if I'm going to work out that day. I don't know if I'm going to ride my bike. I don't know if I'm going to throw up at lunchtime. I don't know what's going to happen. I just let it flow, let it go, and see where the day takes me. You know what I mean? And with my job, the same thing. You know, I love my job. I would do it for free. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but I would do it for free. You know what I mean? I love what I do for a living. You know what I mean? I don't get up in the morning and go, fuck, I got to go kill bugs. I love it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying everything about my job I love. It's starting to get a little harder seeing the way people live, and it's starting to affect me a little bit more. Back when not that it didn't affect me back then, but now it's just so hard to look at people and, you know, I don't leave it out. You know, I don't leave and go, oh, thank God I don't live there. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I start wondering what the fuck happened in this person's life. You know, what is, you know, are they depressed? Are they using drugs? Whatever it is. I used to get upset with them and go like, I almost would be like, what the fuck is going on here? Now I kind of realize that I need their cooperation and I need to gain their trust and everything else. I guess it's a little bit of a sign of maturity, or that nothing else has worked. So anyways, you know, I just thought it was funny, you know, to say. And, you know, he said, I got you guys an extra $1 an hour. And I said, well, who's you guys? And he was like very vague on telling me. And I was like, well, I don't want to say anything to anybody. I mean, I wouldn't anyways. But I really feel like the last guy that was here that I got in a fight with, I think he quit. Part of the reason was because they didn't fire me because he thought that he was one of the bosses. He's not. He's just a regular guy like me. And I'm not saying that, I'm not going to get into all that, what wasn't right and all that stuff. I could write my second book, it would be called It Wasn't Right. No pun intended. But he does all kinds of work for these people. You know, and I totally respect his work ethic and everything else. But he's the reason why we don't have a team. You know, we don't have a team. Like police officers have a team. Firefighters have a team. You know, certain, teams have a team. We could never have a team because he was just always Mr. I'm the boss. I mean, this guy just had little dick syndrome from day one. But anyways, you know, it's just funny the way I had to like call them and say, you know, you guys are getting a pretty good deal with, I want you to see my resume because I don't even think you know anything about me. I think you just think I'm some guy that worked at the grocery store and now I do this. I've been around the block doing this stuff, okay? I know what I'm doing. I know about just the back of my truck, the labels are all fucked up and illegal. You know, there's just so many little things and I try to throw it out to them like, hey, you know, you might want to, this isn't kosher with the Department of Agriculture if they pull you over or whatever. And they just, you know, I said to them the one day, why don't we have a contest and see who can get the best amount of reviews on Google and change our Google score from a fucking 2.0 to maybe, I don't know, 3.5. And they were like, nah. that doesn't matter. And I go, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? It doesn't matter. People go to look and see, oh, their score's 2.0. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just telling you, like, anything I come up with, it's like, because it's not their idea, so whatever. I gotta take a shower. I just got back from feeding all these rats. All right, bye.